guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Tandy, and if you're returning, a whole lot of gang. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming back. Today's video is gonna be all things hair because I know you guys love the hair. This hair is from Slove Hair. It literally came highlighted, as in this is all them, like this dyeing technique. I don't know what they did, but they did it, okay? All I did was bleach and pluck, which will be coming up in this video. It will just be like a little voiceover of detailed products that I used, the methods that I use. They're not like professional methods, I would say. They're professional, but I wouldn't say like they're to the book. They just how I do it, and it works for me, so yay. That's gonna be plucking, bleaching and installing. The wig was in, and then it came in like a nice silk bag that I just happened to have misplaced. But the packaging, okay, so first things first, this hair is called Beyonce. I don't think I need to explain that one. That one is kind of self-explanatory. I mean, Beyonce been doing highlighted wigs, been doing it, and I'm just here to follow the trend, guys. And you know what? I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it. In terms of shedding, I would say average. Softness, I would also give it a good, like it's a good amount of softness. It's not the softest, but it's really soft. I usually deep condition my hair whenever I get a wig. I don't care what wig it is, I don't care how soft it is. I love to deep condition it just to get the full effect, just to make sure that this is the softest that it can get. And for certain wigs, I guess it's just better to deep condition it just so you can bring out the silkiness of it. And you just want the hair to feel as natural, as soft as possible, because nobody wants raggedy hair. Like, that's not ideal. So that's what I do. I'll talk about that in my tutorial. I don't want to talk too much at the beginning, obviously, because it's not that type of video. It's a voiceover. This is the last time you guys are gonna see me until the next one, because I ain't coming back. I'm not gonna be back on this camera. I do hope you guys enjoy this video. So I went in with the Rapid Blue Powder Bleach from True Light. I got this from a hair shop. I think you can buy it on eBay. I'll try to find a link for you guys. I mixed this with the cream peroxide with 40% volume. It has to be the 40% volume for it to work, okay? Now it has to be 40% volume for this to work. Like, you have to use the exact volumes for the bleach to actually bleach the knots, or else you're just gonna struggle. And you can either use my method of just mixing and going, or you can just follow the instructions on the bottle, which I highly recommend. I didn't follow the instructions, obviously, because I've been doing this for absolutely ages. You'll know it's right when it starts to look like this. No dripping, but it's still soft and it's all mixed together. When applying the bleach, I use an old spoon, like an old teaspoon, because I find it easier. And you want to apply pressure, but not too much pressure, because you don't want it to seep through to the roots, but you want it to be able to spread nicely across the hair. And you want to cover the whole wig. Make sure you keep checking as you go to make sure it's not seeping through. Make sure you're getting all the way to the front of the hair, to the roots, the hairline, the whole shebang, girls, the whole shebang. You want to try and push the baby hairs back, because they tend to bleach in the process as well. So I just push them back as I'm going along. After I've done that, I just wrap it in foil and I check after every 10 minutes. And I don't let it go over 40 minutes, because after 40 minutes, I don't think it's going to bleach any more than it already has. Hair is bleached. It's time to wash it with the Pantene shampoo and conditioner. I had no troubles washing this hair. It had minimal shedding. I absolutely enjoyed this process. It was just so satisfying to see the highlights and the colors. Conditioning, when it's in this foamy state, I wrap it in foil and I put it on the radiator for about a couple hours, and then I wash it off in the sink. I just feel like the heat and the foil allow it just to get a nice silky soft effect that we want. about the plucking. So as you can see, the hair did bleach nicely. It didn't bleach all the knots to like how I'd want it to bleach, but it was pretty good. I was happy with it. When it comes to plucking, I'm not the best at taking videos, but you just want a nice natural comb effect. Like the gaps are vital to making it look natural, and I would say make sure you part the hair as you go along. I start from the back about 2 inches in, just to make sure when I've had my hair in a ponytail or anything, it still looks natural. From that 2-inch gap I've made, I like to part the hair about 3 times in that small space, only because it's so easy just to miss a part and then it starts to look blunt. That's not what we want. We want a nice natural effect all the way through. For installation, I'm using, as per usual, Ghost Bond. I love Ghost Bond. I've always used Ghost Bond. I will live by Ghost Bond until something better comes along. Luckily, I have a huge forehead, so I put my wig an inch ahead of my hairline just so I don't get any glue on my actual edges, because my edges have truly suffered with Ghost Bond because I wasn't careful with it. But Ghost Bond can be amazing when you use it properly and you take it off properly. I might do a video on how I actually take off my wigs. If you guys want to see that, let me know. As you can see, I find it easier to put the glue on my head first and then just put the wig on, because I'm never gonna get the glue exactly where I want it. So it's easier for me to put the wig on to the glue and then go over the parts that are lifting and the parts that didn't get any glue, just so I don't miss any bits out, because you'll break your back trying to get the glue in the right position for the wig. I just find a rough estimate of how I want my hairline to look and I just go from there, and just make sure that any parts that are lifting are melted to the gods with a comb. Highly recommend using a comb. It just helps push down the lace and make sure it's really melted into your scalp, honey, into the scalp. I also forgot to mention, make sure your hair is tied back or clipped back, because you don't want hair getting in the way when you're dealing with glue, because Ghost Bond is so sticky, and as soon as that turns clear, that's sticking to anything. Make life even easier for you guys, I would say before you put the wig on, use a hot comb. I didn't manage to get this on tape because my camera died, but you can use a hot comb just to push all the hairs back, so that when you're dealing with the glue, you're not getting glue everywhere, you're not getting hair everywhere, it's not becoming a messy situation. When it comes to cutting baby hairs, I like to put a headband on so that the rest of the hair doesn't get affected, and I just literally pull out the tiniest bit of hair with a comb, line it across the rest of my hair, and just start cutting the hair. I like to cut it about 1 inch. Okay, back to baby hairs. I use the Got2b Ultra Glued and an old toothbrush. Ultra Glued is the best glue that I've found that works for edges, and it just lets them stay. They really do just swoop. They stay. There's no curling, there's no frizziness, there's no whiteness. It does what it needs to do and nothing else. I love doing baby hairs. I just feel like it makes the hair look a lot more natural, and if the lace is looking a bit questionable, not saying that this one is, but any lace in general, it just helps cover that, because you're blending it into the scalp and you're blending it into the hair, and it's just looking natural. It's looking cute. Also, it's okay to take your time on the edges. If you have to go over them and cut them a bit more, do it. Take your time. Who is rushing you? Once my hair is wrapped, I go in with the Got2b serum or oils. I don't know what it is, but it's amazing. It makes my hair nice and soft, smooth, silky, shiny, all of that. I love it. So I'm just putting that into my hair before I part it to straighten my hair. Once the hair is parted into top and bottom, I go with my heat defense spray from Tresemme, because obviously you have to protect the wig like it grew from your scalp. It's so important, or else you'll start to get more shedding, the hair just gets damaged quicker. As you can see, it just makes the straightening process a lot easier as well. I only have 2 points when it comes to straightening hair to get it bone straight. Make sure it's parted, make sure you use a heat defense spray and chase it with a comb. Okay, that was 3 points, but you guys know what I mean. If you feel like the scalp is not matching your face, you can just go in with like a liquid foundation, put it on a brush and just go over the hairline really lightly until it looks like it matches and it looks like scalp. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you really want that sleek, laid look, go in with a hot comb. A hot comb will change your life. You'll go from looking cute to looking super cute. The hair would be laid to the gods. So I highly recommend. You can see the hair straightened really well. It was really silky, still really soft, and I was so happy with it. It melted amazingly, as in, what lace? It's a scalp. It grew from my scalp. Now, because I put some foundation on my lace, I didn't want it to take away the attention of the edges, so I'm just brushing off any foundation I got on my edges and going over them again just for that nice dramatic effect, so that you guys know my edges have entered the room. The edges are still here, the edges are still laid. Okay. This is the final look. The hair was nice and soft. I think I missed a bit. I hate when that happens, but it's still silky, still soft. It's swaying in the wind. We're not raggedy over here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in my next one.